Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. I'm very happy to have you here, guys. So let's talk about spring fragrances. I have to be very honest, it was very hard for me to choose these fragrances. When I decided that I want to do this video, I was like, what am I going to choose? Because I cannot show you, because I cannot come here and show you like half of my fragrance collection, because that would be pointless to watch. And at the same time, guys, if I'm being like truly honest, some of you might know this, but I actually do not change my fragrances according to seasons. Yes, I have some fragrances that maybe I wear them more in the colder months, some fragrances that maybe I wear them more in the warmer months, but like as a general rule for me, I usually wear whatever I feel like wearing. I don't change my fragrances according to day or night or seasons or something, you know. I change them according to my mood and to different occasions maybe. So yes, now with this being said, guys, something else I want to point out before I actually start this video, because I do not change my fragrances according to seasons and because I tend to go for heavier fragrances in spring and summer as well, I do not have a lot of full bottles of fragrance that are actually suited for spring/summer. So because of this and because of the fact, sorry, I just got a message. Now, because of this and because of the fact that I actually test a lot of fragrances from samples or decants, I decided to actually include in my today's list some recommendations from my sample/decant collection. Just because they don't work for me and they are not what I am looking for in my spring/summer fragrances doesn't mean that they will not work for you. I can assure that a lot of these fragrances will be perfect for spring/summer, but I'm sure that everyone can find something that suits them. And guys, something else I wanted to point out is the fact that I have feminine as well as masculine fragrances in today's video. So yes, guys, I want to begin with a fragrance that I have mentioned it in some of my older videos, and I've said in those videos that it's not the fragrance that I'm particularly fond of. But I have to say it grew on me, guys. It grew on me, and to me, oh, by the way, the fragrance is by Ajmal and it's called Sonnet. It definitely grew on me, guys, since the last video where I mentioned it. So yes, this fragrance, if you enjoy the DNA of Good Girl, you will enjoy this one. You could easily blind by this one. If you do not enjoy the DNA of Good Girl, I don't think you will enjoy this one. The opening of this one, guys, it's almost identical to the opening of Kima by Lattafa, because they dupe the same fragrance, or they dupe / they're inspired by the same fragrance, because this is not like a one-on-one Good Girl dupe, you know. It's a sweet tuberose fragrance. On me, it's a little bit powdery, it has some green nuances. In the opening, it is the most similar to Good Girl. After that, it goes into a territory of its own, and I actually started to appreciate it for that. Now, to me, at least on my skin, this is not... For some reason, guys, I expected this one to be very creamy, very milky, because I looked at the Accords Fragrantica and I was expecting to be somewhere in that vibe. Now, on me, it's not. It's a sweet tuberose, basically. Perfect for spring, perfect for summer. Now, if you already have Kima in your collection by Lattafa, just so you know, they're pretty similar, so I would say, especially in the opening. In the opening, they're very similar, so I would say then it's pointless to have this one as well. But if you do not have, then either this one, either Kima, but this one performs better than Kima. Yes, very feminine. This is a tuberose, like a... It's not really a modern tuberose like in L'Interdit by Givenchy, but it's not really a granny tuberose, you know? I would say it's somewhere in the middle, but for sure you have to appreciate the note of tuberose to appreciate this fragrance. Yeah, it's sweet, a little bit green. It makes me think of white, of the color white when I smell it, but like an off-white, you know, not like pure white. Yes, this could easily be your everyday ultra feminine fragrance that you can wear with many different occasions. You could dress it up, you could dress it down. I feel like this is the kind of fragrance that works perfectly with a white t-shirt and a pair of jeans, or with a black t-shirt, all sorts of t-shirts, guys. But yes, and I have to let you know, guys, that since the first video where I have mentioned this one actually grew on me, and I have worn this one quite a bit. Hope you can see. It's still not a fragrance that I feel like it's like me in a bottle sort of fragrance, but it's a fragrance that if I don't know what to wear and I need a fragrance that works for all occasions, I need a fragrance that will not bother people around me, I need a fragrance that's still feminine and yeah, basically that's still feminine and works for every occasion, then a lot of the times I reach for this one. The performance is actually good for this one, you know, it is not a beast mode, but I don't think it was intended to be a beast mode, and I feel like for spring and summer, the performance for this one is just perfect. It's not too much to the point of being intoxicating, but like in a bad way, what's the word, like obnoxious, you know, like in your face obnoxious, but it does not disappear after like 1 hour on the skin, you know. What I say, as like a baseline, guys, if you do not enjoy the DNA of Good Girl, you will not enjoy this one, because in my previous video where I have mentioned this one, someone told me that they bought it but they like decluttered it because it reminded them too much of Good Girl. But on the contrary, someone said to me as well in the comment that they have Good Girl and this is nothing like Good Girl. So just keep in mind, you know, different noses, different climates, maybe different perceptions, different everything, but like as a baseline, if you enjoy Good Girl, you will enjoy this one. You will reach for this one a lot. It is beautiful, guys. Like the fragrance itself is beautiful. I was a little bit disappointed because I was expecting something more from it, but sometimes it's good to have like all-purpose like fragrance, or like a basic fragrance, but not basic in a bad way. Okay, let's move on to a fragrance that I'm almost out of. Guys, this is by the brand Zaafaran, and this one is called Jazzab Gold. Is this one over here, and this to me it's perfect, like perfection for spring, for summer. It's not too much. And this one, if you enjoy the DNA of Trésor la Nuit, you will absolutely fall head over heels for this one because it's very similar. Now, yes, it's that sweet, fruity caramel vanilla, but it's creamier. If Trésor la Nuit is dark, smoky, deep and sexy, this one is brighter, younger, more playful. Yes, and I think this actually makes it perfect for spring or for summer. This is not a heavy fragrance, guys. I would say the performance for this one is pretty light. It's lighter than Trésor la Nuit for sure, but I actually do not mind it because I reach for this one when I want, again, like that sweet, fruity, feminine fragrance, but I don't want it to be overpowering. This for me basically falls into the all-purpose fragrance category, you know. This is the kind of fragrance that you can wear absolutely anywhere and love it. If you love the note of strawberry, if you love vanilla, if you love caramel, if you love creamy fragrances, you will love this one for sure. I don't think you cannot enjoy this fragrance basically because it is such a wearable and beautiful fragrance, you know. Now, I know a lot of you will ask me about the performance. I have to be honest, I use this more like a body spray. Even guys, like the sprayer gives me body spray vibes, you know, like the sprayer is actually pretty nice, you know. Yes, I love this one. The ones who bought it based on my recommendations came back with amazing feedback, so yes, feel free to blind buy this one. I don't think you can be disappointed. Keep in mind, it's not a beast mode in terms of performance, but I do not mind it, you know. Depending on the website that you will look this one up, you might find it listed oud. It has no oud, guys. This one has no oud, and a lot of other Middle Eastern fragrances that are duping basically like designer fragrances or like even niche fragrances, a lot of them do not have oud. And I started to see a theme going on, you know, with listing oud where there's no oud, because let's be honest, like it's a marketing thing, guys, you know, like oud, everybody's wearing now oud based fragrances, you know, so I think brands saw this and they wanted to sort of like market their fragrances into as having oud, but this does not have any oud, guys. This is the brighter, younger, more playful version of Trésor la Nuit. Now, this next one, guys, I actually have the original one and then I have an alternative for you. The original one, guys, it's a fragrance that's, to me, even though it's an all year round, but for some reason I associate this one with spring and summer, and it's perfect for this time of the year. The fragrance that I'm talking about is Roses Vanille by Mancera. I know it's very popular, everybody has it, there are a lot of dupes out there, and I will show you a dupe or like an inspired version by this one as well in just a few seconds. But I would say that if you are looking for a very potent fragrance, if you want to add one fragrance that performs, one fragrance that you can wear all year round, that performs, that is very feminine, This one is very feminine, guys. I love to wear this one with my satin pajamas. I think it works amazing. I love to wear this one right out of the shower. I think it works amazing. I wear this one when I go shopping. Again, this falls into like my all-purpose fragrance category because basically you can wear this one to any occasions. You can dress it up, you can dress it down. It's very versatile, and I still love the DNA. I am not bored by this DNA, even though there are a lot of dupes out there. I absolutely love this DNA. This is basically a sweet, sugary vanilla with rose. The rose here is not dark, and it's not like rose water. The rose here, it's full, it's sweet, and it's bright. What can you want more? Then you have some musk that basically makes this fragrance project. This was actually my scent of the day yesterday when I went to bed to sleep. So yes, it's gorgeous, guys. It's gorgeous, it's gorgeous. Now guys, let me show you the alternative that I have for you. The alternative is called Teef and it is by Zaafaran. Yeah, and here is how much I have used this one. Can you see? Yeah, I love this one as well. This one, guys, basically, you know, like quickly I will run out of places to spray the fragrances. Yes, again, this dupes the DNA of Roses Vanille almost to perfection. But I would say if you are curious to see how these two compare, I would say that Roses Vanille is more sugary. It's like more textured and muskier and heavier, but this is in terms of performance, you know, while Teef is more creamier, guys. It's creamier basically, but it still has that sugary, specific sugary touch that Roses Vanille has, and it is so well loved for. Now, which one I would recommend you between the two? I would say if you have the possibility, go for Roses Vanille because you pay more but you get the performance. A few sprays of this one, it will last you an entire day. It's very oily, so it will stick to the skin very well. Now, this one from Zaafaran, guys, it's gorgeous as well. I mean, basically it has the same DNA of this one, but softer and creamier. Where it lacks, I would say, is the performance. So yes, like I said, the performance for this one is not as good as this one, guys. But then again, I mean, let's be realistic. If a 10 euro fragrance could do the exact same thing, scent-wise and performance-wise, as like a however much this fragrance is, then quickly Mancera would be put out of business, basically, you know. So I would say be realistic, have realistic expectations from this one. This will not be a beast mode, but it still performs. I mean, it's on the softer side, but this can actually be a good thing if you are looking for more softer fragrances. You know what? Not everyone wants beast mode fragrances, or at least not everybody wants beast mode fragrances all day, every hour, you know. So yes. And then this one, Teef comes into play. I think it's a beautiful offering. I think it's an amazing, inspired by version. I don't think you can go wrong with this one. It's so wearable, guys. Again, on clothes, this will last, Teef on clothes will last a full day. On skin, guys, for a few hours. But it's so affordable and it's so sleek that you can put it in your purse and reapply it every few hours, you know. Either of these two would make beautiful, amazing offerings for the spring and summer, guys, but we're talking about spring fragrances now. So for spring, no matter which one you would pick, I think you will not be disappointed. So yes, let's move on to the next one, guys. Okay, so I actually have fragrance in my mouth, you know, like I can taste it and it doesn't taste good. Hold on, I will get some things to spray the fragrances on because they get everywhere. I don't know how people who, like, I swear, like, I don't know how people who review fragrances and they spray them like in the air and they're like all this, like, realistically speaking, like after three or four fragrances, your nose, like the scent in your nose is mixed between all of these and you have the fragrance in your mouth. So how can you differentiate everything? I don't know. I feel like even when I spray them here, like, you know, on my blouse, like, because I spray them in the air and they fall onto my blouse, like some particles get into my nose and everything is starting to mix up. And guys, no, since the last few videos, I still do not have those paper strips to spray fragrances on, but I will spray them here. But do not worry, because I am already familiar with all these DNAs. So basically I'm spraying them more to remind myself how they smell, you know. So let's talk about a fragrance from Lattafa that for like a few weeks / few months it went crazy on the internet. The fragrance is called Ajwad and it looks like this. The bottle is beautiful, guys. I love the packaging. This one comes with like a black wooden cap, but mine doesn't fit, so I don't even put it because it falls every time, so that's pointless. This one to me screams spring because this one to me smells like cold air mixed with sugar, vanilla and spices. This is how I describe it, this is how I perceive it. Some people say it's metallic like, some people say it's like gourmand like. To me this smells like cold air. It's very airy, guys, like you have a lot of air in this fragrance basically, mixed with sugar and vanilla and spices. You know what, some people actually wrote in the comment under the review for this one the fact that it reminds them of Delina. I have not smelled Delina, guys, so I don't know if how they compare or if they compare. But yeah, with this one you have a lot of air, guys. It's very airy. And this one is strong, guys. Actually, this is kind of a strong fragrance. And it's very projecting. The moment you spray this one, it like fills the whole space near you. So basically, I would say that if you do not mind air, like the smell of air or like the feel of air in fragrances, and if you enjoy a sweet, very feminine, to me this one is very feminine, sugary, creamy, vanilla, spicy fragrance, you will absolutely love this one. Yeah, see now the sugar starts to come. Like, I really love this fragrance. Whoopsie. I really love this fragrance. To me, the airiness, like the air, like the cold air, it's a little bit too strong for my preference. I would have preferred to get more of the spices, of the vanilla, but still, gorgeous fragrance. And a lot of you actually really enjoyed this one. Yeah, I don't think you can go wrong with this one again. And because of the airiness, guys, it will not be overpowering in warmer months, sorry. I have an in-depth review for this one, so I do not want to spend too much time on this one. I'm trying to spend a little bit more time on fragrances that I do not have like an in-depth review, but for those that I have an in-depth review, I try to be more quick because otherwise my videos are getting too long. Yes, guys, Ajwad, beautiful offering, guys. Smells very high quality. It's very well done. The presentation looks so beautiful, guys. It comes in such a beautiful box. The presentation, and let me tell you that like how it looks and the presentation beats a lot of designer fragrances, honestly. And the scent does not disappoint. You know what, actually, I actually received compliments when I wore this one. I don't remember where I went or what I did, but I was with a good friend of mine. And the moment I entered her car, she was like, oh my gosh, you smell so good, what is that? And it was this one, guys. So yes, Ajwad by Lattafa, check out the in-depth review. I don't think you can go wrong with this one. Now let's move on to a fragrance that was and still is my current obsession. Now, one of my few current obsessions in terms of fragrances. And this one, guys, it's none other than Instant Crush by Mancera. Now, guys, I love this fragrance. I love this fragrance. Like, I cannot even tell you how much I like this fragrance. And it's so funny because in my first video where I like shared my thoughts about this one, I had a sample of this one. And I said like, can you see how much I love it? Like, I have this one for like a few months in my collection and I've used this one so much. But guys, be careful with this one because I had good feedback and bad feedback for this fragrance. So it's not a safe one. And do not overspray it also. The first few times I have ever tried this fragrance, I had a sample of this one. I still have the sample. I made a video, I shared my thoughts about it. In that video, I said that I actually don't understand the hype for this fragrance. And I said that it grew on me. Now, since that video, it is like a love of mine, you know, like in my top 10 for life kind of love. I remember, to me, it smelled like a gingerbread cookie house, you know. If you've ever eaten them or like made them from scratch, you know what I'm talking about. And I'm guessing it's because of the ginger and the other spices. Now, I don't get the same gingerbread cookie, or actually I do. Yeah, see, when I smell it from here, I still get the same gingerbread cookie vibe. but with some transparency, with some like thin resinous transparent undertone to it. Now to me guys, I actually bought this fragrance with a thought in mind that I will wear it in spring and summer. I'm not gonna spray this one because I'm so familiar with the DNA, because I've been wearing it non-stop. Now see guys, to me this is the fragrance, I mean, how to say, like it's somewhat elegant in a way, but not in elegant in the sense that it's like Chanel fragrances, you know? It's not like Chanel fragrances. It's elegant, but at the same time minimalistic, androgynous, even though it leans a little bit more on the feminine side, but it's this like minimalistic fragrance. And I feel like this is the trend, you know? I feel like this is the trend now. We have a lot of minimalistic fragrances. I've read some comments on Fragrantica and some people said that to them it smells like bleach. And I can totally see what they mean by that. I got a bleach like undertone, but only when I overspray this fragrance, like too many sprays, you know, of this fragrance. So this is why I say with this one less is more. This one guys performs and lasts, especially on clothes. It performs like, I remember I was wearing this fragrance during my exam season, and I went to a cafe with a friend of mine to study a little bit, and we stood there for like 6 hours guys, and that fragrance, I could smell it for the entire time. Like whenever I moved, whatever I did, I always smelled that fragrance, which can be a good thing because I love that. But for some, it might be maybe a little bit overpowering, you know. So this is why I say I don't think it's a safe blind buy. I love this fragrance, guys. To me, I don't know why it gives me like elegant office vibes, but like that it's not a rigid fragrance, you know. So yes, I would wear this one with more like minimalistic outfits. All black, it works amazing. But again, this is such a versatile fragrance. You could wear this one with more casual outfits like a pair of jeans and a white t-shirt. You could wear this one easily with all black outfits. I don't know, for some reason this gives me all black outfits. I don't know why. Maybe because I wear all black outfits. Maybe that's why. But yes, amazing offering for spring and for summer. Even though guys, here I actually think a lot of people might disagree with me, because I'm not really sure that this is the sort of DNA that you reach for in spring or summer, but this is like my kind of spring or summer fragrance, you know, because I don't like those like fresh, citrusy, aquatic fragrances in spring and summer. This is the last fragrance. Okay, should I show the other one? Okay, I think I will, because it's a perfect one for the one. Never mind guys, I will get to that point. Another fragrance from Lattafa. This fragrance, I have a dedicated review for this one. And it grew on me and I love it now, and I will repurchase this one for sure when it finishes. This one is an Abyiedh Rouge, and this one, I'm sure either you've tried it, either you've heard of it, either you know the fragrance it's supposed to dupe, either you know other fragrances that are similar to this one, because this one dupes Baccarat Rouge 540 by MFK, and but it's like more a sweet citrusy aromatic version of that one. And I love it for that. You remember I was telling you about my best friend that this one is her like signature scent. She finished a full bottle of this one. She's on her second bottle now. She loves it and she gets so many compliments on this one. And I actually get compliments on this one as well. And you know what is very interesting? I get compliments on this one, guys, from people who don't usually compliment my fragrances. Like my partner's sister, for instance, usually does not really tolerate my fragrances, but she actually complimented this fragrance. And few other people who don't really compliment my fragrances in general actually complimented me when I wore this fragrance. Again, to me, for some reason, this is a minimalistic. For some reason, this one for me is a minimalistic fragrance. Maybe because, again, guys, it follows the trend of like less is more, basically. You know, like less notes, less. It's not as like, how to say, like it doesn't tell you a story with chapters, you know, like other fragrances are, and it's not a chameleon, you know. You pretty much, you get what you spray, like you get what you, no, okay, how to put it, like throughout the day you get pretty much what you get when you apply it on your skin or on clothes. Oh, by the way, something that I wanted to mention. Keep in mind, if you want to try this one and you know you have sensitive skin, or even if you do not have sensitive skin, but you want to try this one, keep in mind someone, I'm sorry, I don't remember your name, under one of my videos told me that they got a skin reaction from this fragrance. So be careful. Just to let you know, it didn't happen to me, but it happened to me with other fragrances from other brands. There's just something about this one that made me hooked on this one. I don't know. And to me, guys, again, this is the kind of fragrance that if you don't like those typical soft, floral, fruity fragrances, or those fresh, citrusy fragrances, or those aquatic, citrusy, marine fragrances, or any fragrances in those vibes, if you do not like those typical spring summer fragrances, this could be an amazing option for you. Check out my review for more details about this one, but basically this is in the same vibe as Baccarat Rouge 540, you know. So yeah, sweet, citrusy, aromatic, transparent, and a bit mossy. That's it. You know what? I wish, guys, I got. A lot of people say that they get like this burnt sugar smell. I wish I get burnt sugar smell from either from Baccarat Rouge, and I do not get that burnt smell from that one, either from fragrances that dupe it. But I don't know, guys. For some reason, always the mossiness in those fragrances is stronger, and I get a medicinal vibe, but I get no burnt sugar smell. Oh, and by the way, this doesn't have a medicinal vibe. Oh, and by the way, another tip I have for you. If you feel like you cannot smell this fragrance or any other fragrances, as a matter of fact, spray them from your bust or your chest below. Because if you spray them, like, how to explain it in English, like, if you spray them too much around your face, I don't know, like behind your ears, in your hair, too much in these places, you are bombarding your nose with a scent. And basically, guys, you will get nose blind to the fragrance very quickly, because this is what your body does when you have a very strong smell that's constant there, you know. You become neutral, or like, oh gosh, I don't know how to explain this one in English, I'm so sorry. Basically, you become neutral to the scent in order for your body to protect you, you know, so you don't get that scent all the time, constantly. I don't know, guys. If it made sense, you will hear it in the video. If I edit it and I realize it doesn't make any sense, I will just cut it out. The last fragrance that I want to mention, full bottle of, and then I will go through my decants, and I will get to the men's recommendations as well, is none other than Arabians Tonka by Montale. Now, guys, this to me is, if you want an all year round beast mode, it's this one. Again, you have to like heavier fragrances to wear this one in spring and summer, but I assume a lot of people who watch me like heavier fragrances, because those were the fragrances that I mainly talked about at the beginning of my channel, you know. This one is actually one of my most complimented fragrances, guys. I feel like it's crazy how many compliments I got from this one, from strangers, guys, by the way, from strangers. And this, I would say, if you want a fragrance that everybody around you can smell it, it's not challenging. If you love Middle Eastern fragrances, yes, it has oud, but I wouldn't call this one like an oud forward fragrance. I mean, if I'm thinking about heavy oud, I have a bunch of other fragrances that I would go for when I want a heavy oud. Yeah, see, it opens up a little bit medicinal, but maybe it's because of the saffron and the sugar, a little bit medicinal and fake smelling. But give it a few minutes on the skin and it will get sweeter, more sugary, denser, warmer, and spicier. Spicy is not like spices in terms of saffron, you know, so you have the specific smell of saffron. The oud, I would say it's in the background. It is a woody kind of oud that's a little bit medicinal, and then you also have some mossy undertones there, but far in the background. The main notes you will get once it dries down on your skin are the sugar, tonka bean, and the saffron. Yes, it is addicting, guys. It has something very addicting about it, and it has something that I feel like in the air, people only get the sweetness of it. And guys, this is like a bomb. Like, this is like, performance-wise, this is like a nuclear bomb. I kid you not. I think this is the most long-lasting fragrance that I have ever in my collection had and have. This on my skin lasts for 12 hours. Like, and for a fragrance to last on my skin for 12 hours, I don't know what kind of magic, or I don't know what kind of things they put into this one, but like, this one will go away only when you wash your skin and on your clothes. Basically, guys, I like to wear blazers, you know, and with blazers you do not wash them every time you wear them, because you will ruin the shape of the blazer, basically. So you wear it for 1 or 2 or 3 times and then you wash it, you know. And if I put this one on my blazer. Like if I spray this fragrance on my blazer and I put my blazer back into my closet, like the whole closet smells like this fragrance. And the same happens, guys, with Instant Crush. I don't know what kind of magic they have or what kind of crack they're on, but basically they last. Long story short, they last. Yeah, this one again, if you want a sweet, sugary, vanilla Tonka fragrance with some wood and mossy undertones in the background, but they're wrapped, guys, you know, you don't get the full moistness of the fragrance because they are wrapped in this sweet sugary vibe. Basically, it's beautiful, it's powerful, guys, but it's not a dark fragrance, but it's powerful, it's sophisticated somehow, it stands out. It's not the DNA that you smell on a lot of people. And actually, to me, by the way, this doesn't smell like not instant, how is that one called? This doesn't smell like Intense Cafe, this doesn't smell like Instant Crush, this doesn't smell like Baccarat Rouge 540. To me, this is its own fragrance, basically, you know. So yes, guys, those are my full bottles of that I would recommend you to check out or to take as inspiration for spring/summer fragrances. Now let's move on to the decant section of the video. I have all of them here, but guys, basically, if you have not watched and if you've skipped the intro, I am showing you some recommendations from my samples or from my decants. I want to show you some spring recommendations, like fragrances that suit spring, fragrances that when I smell them I think of spring and summer, and because I have tested so many Middle Eastern fragrances, I think it might be helpful for some of you. I will start with the one for women and then I will move on to the one for men. The first one that I want to recommend you to check out in this spring or for summer, guys. Yeah, this one is by Asdaaf and this one is called Ameerat al Arab. This is a soft, floral, fruity fragrance, very delicate, very feminine. I would see this one with flowy dresses, on girly girls, on feminine girls, on girls that are very like angelic and innocent. No, I had to include this fragrance because I got such an amazing feedback from the women who bought this fragrance. They all loved it. I think not even one said that they find it too strong, too whatever. All loved it. So I would say this is an amazing option if you want something that's affordable, that's soft, that's inoffensive. None will be bothered by how this one smells. It does not smell synthetic. It smells very feminine, guys. It smells like a beautiful, clean woman. It has an underlying clean vibe to it. And on top of that, you have some white florals and then some soft, fruity nuances. Some are sweet, some are a little bit crisp, but like very soft. You cannot go wrong with a fragrance like this. Like, you genuinely cannot go wrong. Even if I were to get a fragrance like this as a gift, I would wear it without a doubt. I mean, without second thoughts, you know. Because even though it's not my kind of fragrance, but if I were to have this one in my collection, I would totally wear it. It's gorgeous. I have a review for this one, so I will not spend too much time on this one, guys. But if you want to hear more about the performance, the longevity, and how this one develops and everything, please check out that video. So let's move on to another one. This one, guys, is for those of you who want a musk-based fragrance for spring and for summer, guys, basically for warmer months. Okay, I would say warmer months because it's easier. If you want a musk-based fragrance for warmer months, then my recommendation for you would be to check out Lattafa's Musk à Aroos. This one is a beautiful musk fragrance. It's clean without smelling like laundry, and this is what I like about it. It's clean without smelling like laundry detergent. I do not like fragrances that smell like laundry detergent, guys. I don't know. They're like at the polar opposite of the fragrances that I like and I go for. But this one, it has a clean undertone, but it has more to it, you know, so you don't smell like clean clothes. You do not smell like walking clean clothes, you know. To me, this one is made around white musk, jasmine, and some soft, clean, floral, fruity accords. Okay, let's see. Yeah, it's a little bit powdery, guys. I mean, honestly, I looked at the notes of this one. To me, they're like pointless because it's not spicy, it's not, I don't know. It has listed some spices, like it's a little bit crisp, but you have some powderiness in it that's covering a little bit of the crispness. Yeah, white musk, jasmine, some powdery nuances, and some soft and slightly crisp fruity accords. Again, I think this is one of the most beautiful Middle Eastern musks that you can try. I mean, there's not much to tell you about this one besides the fact that I like it. Again, it's not my kind of fragrance simply because I do not reach for this sort of notes. But if you're looking for a feminine, clean musk, check out this one. I can guarantee you will not be disappointed. Now I have two other recommendations for fragrances for women when it comes to my sample slash decant collection. One is called Fakhar Lattafa for women. And check out this one, guys, if you love L'Interdit Pêche Givenchy. If you like the DNA, if you love that fragrance, check out this one. You will not be disappointed. To me, it's not a one-on-one dupe. To me, it's like an inspired by version, but actually someone said that to them it's like a one-on-one dupe, so keep that in mind. Like, if you like white florals, if you love tuberose, but a modern tuberose, guys, with the accent on modern tuberose, you will love this one. Feminine, guys, it's like a bouquet of white florals, that's the best way to put it. You have here a bouquet of jasmine and tuberose. Yeah, it's a bit airy, it's bright, it's airy, it's... oh gosh, this is so beautiful. It's elegant, but it's not rigid, and it's ultra feminine, and also like sexy, but in like an elegant way, you know, not sexy in like a naughty way. Yes, guys, basically, oh, I almost dropped it. Basically, if you like to smell like a bouquet of white florals, it's delicate, but it's noticeable, you know, it's not a skin scent, it's not like your skin but better sort of smell. No, it's actually a fragrance, you know, you will smell like you're wearing a fragrance. But it's so delicate and feminine and radiating, almost like all white outfits, I don't know, like flowy dresses, skirts, beautiful blouses with all sorts of like feminine details, you know, like clothes with feminine cuts, colors. I would see this one with colored outfits. I would see this one with like, I don't know, like summer beachy long outfits. Yeah, again, spring in a bottle, guys. This to me, honestly, Fakhar for women, spring in a bottle. To me, this is like the opposite of what I'm wearing right now, honestly. But if I were to wear like a flowy white dress, this is the kind of fragrance I would reach for, honestly. Or Ajwad by Lattafa. But yeah, colors. This to me gives me colors, gives me flowy vibes, gives me like soft, delicate, but very feminine, but like confident feminine, you know, not like the innocent feminine kind. To me, this is like a confident feminine fragrance that's still soft and delicate. That's the key. Confidence, but still soft and delicate. This is Fakhar for women. Let's move on to the last one. Oh, by the way, for that one I also have a dedicated review, so feel free to check that one out if you want to hear more thoughts. If you want to hear more about that fragrance. Let's move on to the last fragrance for women for today's video, and this one is called Mazaaji, again by Lattafa. This one, yeah. Again, spring in a bottle, guys. I mean, the thing is, all of these decants are like spring in a bottle fragrances, and if you know what, I was smelling again Fakhar Lattafa for women, and it is so addicting, like, oh my god. No, it smells very beautiful, guys. Like, all of these fragrances that I'm showing you today smell very beautiful. Some are on the heavier side because I do like heavy fragrances, but some are on the more feminine, delicate, softer side. Because I have that side to me as well, you know. So let's talk a bit about Mazaaji. This one is like, okay, let me see where I can spray it, because you know what, let me tell you something. I actually do not like to spray fragrances on these ones and on test strips, because when you are wearing a fragrance, you are wearing it on your skin, so you have the warmth of the skin, you know. Even if you're wearing it on clothes, you still have the warmth of the body, you know. So to me, the best way to smell a fragrance is on the skin. And I feel like when I'm smelling them either on test strips, either on like these ones, you know, either like in the air, you can only get so much out of a fragrance. But when you put it on your skin, I feel like that's when like the magic happens, and that's when you see if you truly like the fragrance and how that fragrance truly smells like. So yes, this is why I am looking for space to apply this fragrance. This smells like sweet citruses that are like a little bit crisp, orange blossom, and in the base you have amber and vanilla, but you have more of the depth of the amber, not necessarily the labdanum-like touch of the amber, but you have here a beautiful sweet vanilla without being like gourmand. Again, guys, if you like or if you love Ameerat Al Arab, you will love this one for sure. I can guarantee you. You will love this one. If you have Musk Aroos and you like it, you will love Mazaaji as well. Beautiful, delicate, feminine, sweeter, but it's sweet with like a soft, crisp touch, you know. So it's not just sweet and dense and round and powdery. It's like sweet with a crisp touch, and that to me, it makes it stand out. This to me gives me spring, summer. It has something youthful about it without smelling young or like childish. I would see this one with color again. Spring, summer, you're having fun, you're going out with your girlfriends, you're going to a date night, I don't know, like daytime, nighttime, all occasions, but it's all about the attitude you have when you're wearing this one. This gives me happy. I don't know, like this is a very happy and uplifting fragrance. I don't know, like this is the kind of fragrance that you apply it and you just like laugh out loud and you're having the best time ever. I don't know if it makes sense, guys, but this is the vibe that it gives me. If you want to hear more about this fragrance, guys, I have a video in which I talk about more. I will try to link all the videos that I have mentioned in the description box, so feel free to look at my description box. I will have the fragrances all named there. And yes, now guys, let's move on to the part for men. Now, for men, I don't have a lot of recommendations, simply because I'm not that familiar when it comes to fragrances in general, but I do have few recommendations that are perfect for spring and summer, and I'm sure you can find something that works here for you. So the first one I would like to start is called is called Ameer Al Arab, and it is by Asdaaf. Again, I have a dedicated review where I share my thoughts about this one. But this one, guys, you know what I like about this one? Like in a sea or like an ocean of blue fragrances, this one stands out because it has mint and basil and pepper, like black pepper, I think. So it's very aromatic. It's very nuanced. It's like very flavored, if I can say it like that. This one has a designer DNA for sure. I don't know if it dupes any fragrances out there or not because, like I said, I am not very familiar with men's fragrances. But what I do know is that as a woman, I love this one, and this one on a man would shine. Oh my god, like this one on a man, 10 out of 10. It has something refreshing about it. It's from the mint and the basil. The basil, guys, you know what? I found that I love mint and basil in fragrances for men. Now, let me actually spray this one somewhere. This one in the opening has some mint, some basil. Then in the heart you have some lavender, if I'm not mistaken, some jasmine, some pepper. I don't know if it's pink pepper or black pepper. I think it's black pepper. And in the base you have some soft woody notes, musk and patchouli. And this is pretty much what you will get. Now, it does not smell like natural mint and natural basil, you know, so it doesn't smell like you were to smell mint and basil, like real, you know, like real mint and basil, but it has something refreshing about it, a little bit peppery, and also something dark, guys, on like a darker base. So it's like, to me, this is not a basic fragrance, like it stands out. Yes, again, this one is such a versatile fragrance. I would say that if you want something that's not like a dupe of Invictus or like a dupe of Acqua di Gio, even though I love Acqua di Gio on men, I think Acqua di Gio is one of my favorite fragrances. But let's say you do not want something that leans blue, fresh, aquatic, citrusy, I would highly advise to check out this one. I think most people will find this fragrance very pleasant, very wearable, casual, but you could dress it up and you could wear it in more elegant settings as well. This one, spring and summer, amazing option for men. Check out that video if you want to hear more thoughts about this fragrance. If you want to hear my thoughts, more of my thoughts about this fragrance, feel free to check out that video. There I touch about the performance and everything and how this one develops. So yes, Ameer Al Arab, you cannot go wrong. Let's move on to the next one. This one, guys, is from Ahmed Al Maghribi, and if I were to recommend you one fragrance for men from the three that I want to show you, it would be this one. I'm laughing because I was like, if I could only recommend you one fragrance from all, you know, just like I would show you like dozens of fragrances. Oh, this one. Okay, first of all, guys, with this one, be careful because with this one, it's like you're spraying oil on your skin. And you know what? Okay, let me just show you how beautiful Ahmed and Maghribi does their samples. And I feel like a lot of brands should learn from them because it's so easy when you can just buy samples of the fragrance. So let me actually show you, okay? By the way, gosh, this one is called Hirfah by Ahmed and Maghribi. I forgot to tell you the name of the fragrance. Okay, so this is how the sample looks. Okay, you have 2 ml of fragrance here. Yes, and I just dropped it. And you open it like here. You have the picture of the fragrance, so you can know how the fragrance looks. And here you have the notes, guys, which I find it so beautiful and so convenient because basically you know how the fragrance looks, you know, and then you also have the notes. What can you wish more? So yes, for this one I will read you the notes because I have them right here in front of my eyes. So it opens up with sweet lime, lavender, and green apple. In the heart you have healing wood. I don't know what that is, I will be honest. Geranium, pine, and magnolia. And in the base you have amber, musk, sandalwood, wood, and patchouli. And this fragrance, guys, it's so sexy on a man. Like, it's so sexy on a man. I love this fragrance. I love this fragrance. Again, it stands out. It stands out, guys. This is like a spring-summer fragrance, but it is a powerful one. It's not just something that you quickly throw on, you know, and it's like a dozen of other fragrances out there. This to me stands out again. This to me it's unique. This to me, it has a presence to it. Like when you are wearing this fragrance, I don't know, like you need to have a certain attitude. I don't know how to say it, like how to describe it. As you open it, as you spray this one, I really get the lime. The lime, it's like a little bit green, a little bit lemony, but very refreshing. So it's like you have squeezed lime juice. And then, guys, in the background, it's a very fresh, dark a little bit, and piney, and very aromatic. Hope that makes sense. No, guys, like this one, oh my god, like this is such a gorgeous fragrance for men. I don't know if it compares to other fragrances. I'm sorry, like I said, I'm not very good with men fragrances. But what I can tell you is that as a woman, or like as me, if I were to smell this one on someone, I would instantly say that that person has very nice taste. Very nice and expensive taste, because this smells like such an expensive fragrance. The performance for this one, out of this world, guys, because it's so oily. When you spray it to the skin, it sticks to your skin, it sticks to the clothes, it sticks to your hair. But be careful not to spray too close to your hair, because it will, as a man, if you have shorter hair, it will make your hair oily and greasy, so just keep that in mind. Yeah, so it's like refreshing, a little bit cold, refreshing, fresh, aromatic, with a clean undertone to it, but it's also dark because of the patchouli note and the pine. Wood, I don't know, I don't remember if I got any wood, but I don't think. But it's dark, guys, like it's dark, it's like foresty somehow, but it does not smell like a forest. But it had, because of the piney note, this fragrance is addicting. This fragrance is an amazing offering for the price you pay for this one. If I were to recommend you just one, go for this one. The price is amazing, the quality of the scent out of this world, the performance amazing, and it is on the more affordable side. It's not as affordable as Lattafa fragrances, but then again, it's not as pricey, or it's not in the range of designer fragrances, you know, so I would say it's still on the budget side. I mean, I don't know. Okay, so the last fragrance for men, guys, is by Lattafa as well, and this one is called Khaltaat Arabia, but this is the silver one. Yes, this one is fresh, guys. It's fresh, it's bright, a little bit aquatic, and clean. This smells very clean. I would recommend you to try out this one if you want something that's more on the generic side. That's like a casual, good, basic fragrance. Check out Khaltaat silver one. You will not be disappointed. It smells gorgeous, it smells beautiful. It smells like you just got out of the shower. You have a very masculine deodorant on, and you're clean. And yeah, this is pretty much it. I know this has like lavender, green apple. Now on here, it does not smell like a shower gel, but it might have somewhat of a shower gel undertone if you apply it on your skin. But if you're a man and you are looking for something safe to blind buy and very affordable, and this is the sort of fragrance that it will get you compliments, because like I said, I personally love this DNA on men, and I know a lot of women who love this DNA on men, so I don't think you can go wrong with this one. So yes guys, oh my god, those were all the fragrances that I wanted to show you. If you stood by the end of the video, thank you so much. I truly appreciate you. So yes, thank you so much. Please let me know what are some of your fragrances that you will be wearing this spring and summer. And also I would absolutely love to know your thoughts on any of these fragrances that I have shown you in today's video. If you have any of these and you would like to share your thoughts in the comments, I would appreciate that a lot. Because guys, not only it would help me, but it will also help the people who are interested in trying out any of these fragrances, you know. So yes, thank you so much for watching guys. Yes guys, don't forget you can follow me on Instagram. There I will be very honest, I am not very active in terms of like posts and like proper content. I use it more to like interact with you, to chat with you, to exchange all sorts of fragrance thoughts with you. So yes, feel free to, or sometimes I do like Q&As there. So yes, feel free to follow me on Instagram if you want that. So yes guys, I don't want to make this video any longer. Thank you so much for watching. I am sending big hugs to all of you. Good energy, positive vibes. Mwah. So yes, thank you so much for watching guys, and I want to wish you an amazing day wherever you are. Bye guys. Mwah.